Good morning, everyone. Hold on just a sec. Let me get a light on, or another light. All right, there we go. Hey, what's up, everybody? Good morning. It's your Tinker Stinker Power Hour. Here we go. We're going live, 8:30. So yeah, let's get started here in just a second. We're gonna pour the ceremonial morning beer once a couple more people roll in, and we'll get started. So hope you are all having a good morning. I don't know what's going on with Facebook. It was being weird. I was trying to get the link out to everybody. It wasn't letting me put the link. I don't know what's wrong with this. Facebook just doesn't like me. They don't like the things I say and things I do. I don't know what the fuck's wrong with it. So anyway, we're gonna get started with the show here. Before we do, we're gonna go with the ceremonial morning pour. All right, so here we are. I know today I've just got the PBR Pabst, okay? Since Bob, passed, I don't have a job right now, doing the unemployment thing, trying to get this working. So my beer's not as fancy as it might normally be on a Sunday morning. But anyway, PBR, the best cheap beer you can get. We'll start off with this and I'll work my way up. Fuck, maybe I'll be drinking Cristal by the end of the season, all right? Hit me up on Patreon. Hit me up with some subscribes, and maybe it'll happen. We'll see. But anyway, we're going to start off with the morning pour. I know, I'm in the Pacific Northwest, so it's 8:30 in the morning. Most people aren't drinking right now, but I don't give a shit. I'm going to drink with you. I'm going to drink with all of you. If you want, you don't have to. But that's just the ritual here. So here we go, the morning pour. Good morning to everybody out there. Good afternoon or evening if you're on the other side of the world. But anyway, there we go. Beer's ready to go. So that way it's not the same fucking beer just sitting there every week. I mean, some people ask about that. Is it just some prop beers? It's just you just have it sitting there. No. It's fresh every episode. Don't worry about it. Anyway, so here we go. Fresh beer going. Another thing we got, of course, I got some Bud here, Bruce Banner. I'm, fan of the Bruce. This is some high-tech shit, too. It's 32%. Anyway, don't worry. I can still give you the advice that I've been smoking for 23 years, It's all right. My tolerance is, it helps me to calm down, and you can see I need that. So let's actually, today's smoke is ceremonial first hit is in honor of a man who we lost this past week. Some of you maybe comedy fans. I'm sure if you're watching my show, you at least have a sense of humor. And if you do, or even if you don't, you might know we lost a fucking legend this past week. One of my all-time favorite comedians, Mr. Norm Macdonald. And for those of you who don't know, he smoked a little Bud. So I'm gonna load this shit up here for him. In fact, it reminds me of a joke of his when he's talking about when he was a kid and shit. He's like, yeah, when I was a kid, I was out there, behind my garage, and I'm smoking a cigarette, and my dad came around the corner, At first I just see his head, and then there's a big old head in his body coming right after that, and saw me smoking a cigarette, and oh man, I thought I was in for the beating of my life. And then he sat me down, and he brought out this big old stogie, this huge cigar, and I had to smoke the whole thing, and that's when I started smoking cigars real heavy. Yeah. Well, and then this one other time, I was out there behind the garage again, as I normally would be, and this time I was smoking a joint. I'm sorry for the bad Norm Macdonald impression, but you can't say Norm Macdonald without trying at least. Hey, and I was out there smoking a joint. And then once again, my dad comes around again. Big old head. Nobody this time. He liked to change it up that way. And he comes around the corner and he sees me smoking a joint. And oh man, I thought it was in for the beating of my lifetime. But no, he took me out back and made me shoot up black tar heroin. Anyway, fucking funny guy, dude. If you don't get him, if you don't understand him, like, you don't get comedy. There's two people. There's like people who don't fucking get Norm Macdonald. There's people who fucking love Norm Macdonald. If you get him, you love him. If you didn't, it's because you didn't get him. All right? The joke was always on you. That's the joke. No matter what he was doing, if he was bombing, he wasn't bombing. That was part of his fucking act. Like an old school. All right, there we go. Super Mario Ball. Yeah, that's cool. Anyway, let's get on with the show, right? That's why you came here. Real quick, before I get into what I got on here, my notes, I'm going to answer a few questions. Ezra, nice to see you. Johnson or Chase? I'm going to go with Jamar Chase on this one. I just feel like his connection with Burrow is obvious. I mean, of course, they, were in college together. We all know that. But it immediately transferred to the NFL. I thought it was going to take a week or two. I was wrong. Dude, Jamar Chase, love him. Thank you for the question there, Ezra. What else we got here? Matt, good to see you, my friend. What's up, Football Wizard? Hey, Ryan, love you. Norm Macdonald, thanks for the props on the impression. Ain't great, whatever. So let's see. Benched Mahomes and playing. Okay. I benched Raisins versus Mahomes. I'm guessing. Oh, but you might be making a joke because like they're purple raisins. I don't know, whatever. That's cool. I like that. If you didn't mean it, I don't care. It's good. So Raisins versus Mahomes, and I'm playing Denver versus Jack. I think that's a good move. I think the Ravens defense isn't quite what we think they were. They're not going to be terrible, but they're not like the dominant like top 5 defense we thought they might have been. Denver though against the Jags, I mean, fuck, like the Texans took care of them fine. I think that's going to be a good one. I love Denver's first 3 games of the season. They didn't do quite so good last week. I thought that was going to be the harder one, but I felt like picking them up and keeping them so that when you have them for the Jags and Jets, I think it's going to pay off in the end. All right, so what else we got here? DJ Moore, Fournette at the flex. I'm going to go with DJ Moore. I think Rojo's actually good. I was thinking about this. Actually, I have. I'm going to be talking about it a little later on. I was thinking about Rojo and his performance last week and how Bruce Arians doesn't give a fuck about our fantasy squads. So I don't know. Script might actually work in his favor this week. I'm not saying Fournette's not going to get anything, but I think DJ Moore is like the best play. I think he's going to be like. It's in the Panthers offense. If it's anyone else but McCaffrey's going to do anything, it's going to be DJ Moore, I think, this week. Who else we got here? Higgins, Woods, Diggs, 2 of those. Oh, man. That's a good conundrum to have. I'm going to go, Diggs had a tough week. He might have a tough week this week. But if you fucking sit him and he puts up like 30 points, you're going to feel like a fucking dumbass. And you're going to make me look like a dumbass. So I'm saying start Diggs. Early on in the season, you start your studs until they're like, okay, 3-4 weeks in, and they haven't done anything, then you start to panic. Except for extenuating circumstances where like, obviously, there's big panic for things like, J-Rob situation, stuff like that. But anyway, so I would say go with Diggs. And, let's go with Woods this week. I think that Stafford is going to have – I really think that, I love Stafford. So by proxy, I also love Woods and Kupp. I like Kupp a lot this week. And I think Higbee's got a good – he's going to spread the ball around. That's what he does. So, I just think that – look what Seattle was able to do to Indianapolis last week. I think that, I think that's going to be a good matchup for him, a good matchup for Cupps. And I think Higbee gets a touchdown too. So Rams all the way. And I'll be talking about one more a little bit later here. So don't mind me. I'm just kind of checking out a few things. So I've got some like up-to-date information that's going to be coming in too. I've got my phone right here ready. I'm going to be looking every once in a while, make sure. Injury report. I've got an injury report right here for you. So let me just answer one more question here, and then I'm going to get into this. So here we go. We got Woods, Debo, AB, pick 2. I'm going to go Debo because I just feel like, that Niners offense, he's a stud, and people forgot about that because of his injury last season. Even though he didn't miss all the games, he was pretty much injured for most of them. So he really had an offseason because of that. But year before that, he was steady. I told everyone this season, you're all talking about Ayuk, but you're forgetting about I didn't even take a drink. I can't believe I poured it in a drink. Here we go. Toast to you all. Anyway, everyone was talking about Ayuk. And I was saying, no, it's Debo. Debo's the man in San Fran. I'm a 49ers fan, okay? Trust me. By the way, sorry about the shitty-ass background. I'm figuring out some things. I'm going to get a software thing that will allow it to where I'll have like a cooler background. Right now, it's the green screen, whatever. Who cares? Anyway, you didn't come here to look at that. You came here not to really look at me, just to hear what I have to say. So let's keep it going with we're going to go on with the injury report here. Oh, yeah, Debo. Debo, yeah, I love him. And oh man, see Woods and Brown. That's a tough one. That's a tough one. I'm gonna go Antonio Brown, just a little bit over Woods. If you're like super like have a boner for Woods, Woody for Woods, then go there. He might overtake Godwin at some point. I mean, I don't know. That's a good 1-2 punch there. Evans is more like the odd man out, although he is end zone threat. So don't forget that. But he is touchdown dependent. So. I think Brown's not. I think Brown can get volume. Anyway, that's what I got there for you. So let's get into my notes here. I'm going to get back to questions when there's more at the end. So here we go. Welcome everyone who just came in. We're going on with some notes here. I'm going to go over an injury report real quick just to let you guys know the up-to-date information on that. Let's see. Emmanuel Sanders has a little bit of hamstring trouble, a little midfoot trouble. He's going to play. Actually, Gabriel Davis might be a scratch, and he's probably the person you'd want to sit. I think Sanders will be okay despite the pain there. Trey Williams. Here's an interesting thing. Trey Williams is out, so I think A-Rob. I think A-Rob's going to have a good game. Allen Robinson. Write it down. Good game this week. Top 10 wide receiver. Start him in all formats. All right. Since we all know Josh Jacobs is out, so everyone's like, hey, we're gonna start. Kenyon Drake. Let's go, Kenyon Drake. No. Gotta pay attention. All right. They even said Peyton Barber is gonna be the guy. I think Kenyon Drake's gonna keep his role the way it is, change of pace, that kind of thing. But I think Peyton Barber is gonna be the guy that's going to be taking more of the totes there for the Raiders. So I definitely would say, hold back on Drake, pick up Peyton Barber if he's there. If you're, needy at running back, deeper leagues, or you just have injury issues, something like that, or you want to be bold as shit and sit J-Rob and then start him. I'm not against that. That might be a good strategy, actually. Fuck what the projections say, because they're not always up to date, and a lot of them are just full of shit. So anyway, do what you want to do with that information. Fuller is out. I love Waddle this week. Fuller is out. I don't know. It's kind of weird. I was hearing a lot of different things there is kind of a lingering injury, or he might actually be suspended more. There's just a lot of shit going on with Fuller. Everyone was all about Fuller. Oh, why would you ask someone to trade Fuller? You're telling someone to drop Fuller for someone? Oh my God, what's wrong with you? Just watch. Anyway, Bex is out. I love Landry this week. What can I say? Hollywood. Now he's going to play. But but he's going to be a little bit hobbled, and he might go out by the end of it. I'd be careful on him. So Hollywood Brown, he's going to play, but if they don't need him, they might not use him. Anyway, same kind of thing with Ayuk, by the way. Same kind of thing with Ayuk. So, but I think that game's going to be more competitive. I really do. I think that Niners and Eagles is going to be a good one. I think they're going to need all that they can. I think Ayuk might, he's a sleeper for sure this week because fucking Shanahanigans, right? I wouldn't trust them. Quite yet, but it could happen. I still think Devo's got a great game. I still think Kittle's going to get his. He didn't do so well last week, but I think Kittle's going to step up a little bit this week. At least double digits, right? All right, so that's it for now. If I get any more text about injury news and shit, I'll let you know. But otherwise, it's just the guys you already know are injured, and those are the only ones that are questionable. If there are other questionable ones, Swift, for instance, they say he's going to play. I know it's risky. It's a Monday night game, but they say he's going to play. I love him if he plays. You might think about if Jamal Williams is there and you haven't picked him up yet, pick him up. But he might be gone in a lot of leagues. So I didn't even check that. But it's probably more than 50% at least. So that's likely not going to be there. But you could pick up MVS, and he's a sleeper. I'll be talking a little bit more about him later. Anyway, pick up MVS if you need to. But I think Swift is a start. I think he's gonna be there. Anyway, so let's move on to some other news and weather here, because weather is important. People don't think about that, like weather and shit. But if it's super rainy and crap, we saw that happen in a little bit in the game on Thursday. Just the bad weather shit, not as much through the air, a lot more on the ground. Anyway, doesn't always happen. There's not really a lot of weather issues going on. Broncos and Jags, a little bit of rain, no big deal. It's not, you might bump up the running backs a little bit, but you're not going to. Falcons, Bucks, same thing. A little bit of rain, not going to be a big deal. Titans, Hawks, same thing. A little bit of rain. I'm not worried about it. Now, with Seattle, though, where the rainy city bitch pigeons play. Sorry, Niners fan. It's going to rain, but you might bump up Carson a little bit, but it's not even because of the rain. The reason I want to bump up Carson is because I think the Seahawks are going to, they're back in their building, first time with fans there. The 12th man's going to fucking take over. I'll get more into that with the streaming defense. But anyway, I think they're going to be up early, and I think they're going to go to Carson often. So anyway, move along here. Just all I'm seeing, Packers and Lions. There's a little wind, 12-mile-an-hour winds, rain in the second half. No big deal. And then real quick, I wanted to talk about, actually, I'm going to get into that in a second. So let's get into streaming defenses and then some kickers. Like I say, you want to stream defenses. I don't really keep them all that often. Denver is a good one, like I said earlier, playing the Jags. There's not really much to get into there. Also, I like Packers versus the Lions. They're at home. I think, the Lions only really scored in garbage time on the Niners. But I don't think the Packers have too much pride playing against the division rival. They're not going to let them do that shit. All right. I don't think the Packers defense is as good as the Niners defense, but they're a little bit better this year than, I don't know, after what happened last week, I guess. But I think, though, that they're going to, at home, they're going to take that shellacking. I think they spend a week thinking about it and dealing with it, and they're going to fucking put that behind them. And in the comforts of Lambeau Field, they're going to fucking put it to the Lions on offense, and they're going to hold them on defense. They want to, they got to impress their fans. Their fans are the bosses. That's how it works with the Packers. It's all publicly owned. So, right, they got to impress boss, right? Yeah, there you go. So, Yeah. I mean, they're smelling blood. They're fucking hungry. They're angry. They're gonna be all over them. Saints are legit D. It's not even about the matchup. Just get the Saints, and you might even want to keep them. I just think they're legit. Because we always think about the Saints as like shitty defense, great offense. Well, things have changed, haven't they? Love the defense of the Saints. Love the offense. Anyway, so let's move on here. I don't love the offense as much as I used to, but I love Kamara. I think Jameis is, better than people think he is. I'm a Jameis Winston apologist. I really am. I think he's a lot better than people give him credit for. So anyway, we might be seeing that more this season. Although he's got to have some pass catchers, right? So he's just throwing it to anybody and still put up numbers. That's what I'm saying. In a good matchup, that's what it is. He's famous Jameis and heinous Jameis. You don't want him as your starting running back or a quarterback, but he's good as a backup system. Like if you look like Stafford and Jameis or something like that, like that's a good combination. So I don't know what their bye weeks are, but anyway, good combination, I would say. Anyway, there we go. Play the matchups. Seahawks. Like I said, here we go. I've been saying it all week. The Titans O-line sucks. All right. Ryan Tannehill's fine, but their O-line sucks. He's getting ran over. He's going to be on his back the whole fucking game. And that's why I like the Seahawks defense. I mean, they're just going to run over them. They're at home. They got the 12th man behind them. Now, if you don't know, Seattle was like no fans at all last season. So this is the first time they've got fans back in the stadium. Fucking A, man. It's gonna, dude, that partial roof is gonna fucking cave in, dude. They're gonna be so damn loud. All right? Tannehill's not gonna be able to hear shit. There's gonna be like all kinds of penalties, dude. It's gonna be terrible. Seattle's gonna have that game in the fucking bag by the second half for sure. Anyway, so I like the Seahawks defense this week. Definitely. I don't like them every week, but it's kind of a matchup-based thing. I think that Carlos Dunlap and Bobby Wagner are going to be fucking all up in Tannehill's grill, all right? I worry about him. I'm not so worried about King Henry, all right? He can do well with or without a good, with or without the good matchup, although he didn't do so great last week, I admit. But anyway, so let's move on to so that was the defenses. Let's go over kickers real quick. Chase McLaughlin. I think I like him a lot. I think he's going to get a lot of opportunity. I think he got a lot of like extra points last week, but I think this week it's going to be more field goals than last week. I just see like the Texans. I don't know. I just see that game going that way. I like him this week. I like Jason Myers. Same reason. I think, like I said, by the second half, they're gonna be up. They're not gonna be trying so hard to go for the touchdowns. They're gonna get in close. They're gonna get like 3 or 4 in the second half, and that's gonna give you double-digit fantasy points from your kicker with Jason Myers. And then I got a couple more. Chris Boswell. Now, he had some problems with accuracy issues a couple years ago, but he's turned that shit around. He's been a lot better. I think that, the Steelers and Raiders, like the Raiders defense is going to keep them from getting touchdowns, but allow them to get in range for field goals. So I think you're going to get a lot of field goals. I think this would be a big field goal game, honestly. Two great defenses with enough offense to get there, but the defense is hardy on both sides, and they don't want to give up touchdowns. So I like both. I like Carlson too, honestly. Joey Sly is another kicker. Same reason as like with the Browns. I just think that's going to be one of those kind of games. So there you go. There's my streaming defenses and kickers this week. Hopefully those help. And we're going to get right into some deep dives and sleepers here real quick. So, but before we do that, I'm going to answer a question here. Ryan, yeah, what's on menu for the food today? I'll tell you what's on the menu. Give me a second. Tracy's doing some homemade chili. Yeah, right? Now that's good. And we've got some hot dogs. We don't fuck around, right? We don't get your ballpark hot dogs, whatever. We don't get the Oscar Mayers. We go with the Nathans, the good shit. Nathans or Hebrew National. Those are the two. If you're not eating those, you're not fucking eating hot dogs. Or like, Bush sausages, of course, great. Like the ones at like fucking Costco, dude. Those Polish sausages, holy shit. Anyway, but we're doing chili dogs basically. So homemade chili and fucking Nathan's. Can't go wrong with that, right? Well, some other snacks and stuff. We got my boy Vinny's coming over a little bit later on. So yeah, it's gonna be a fun day. Anyway, what do we else we got here? We got for sure, Ryan. Good luck this week. Thank you for coming in. If you have any more questions, of course, hit me up. All right. Good luck this week. So, and check out my Patreon if you want to, get some one-on-one, counseling every week. Let me know. It's not much. It's $5 a month, whatever. You're not going to miss that. What you are going to miss is one-on-one information that you can get all throughout the week. So anyway, Matt, you got running back, Montgomery or Henderson? Monty, right? Yeah, definitely Monty. I love him this week. I think it was Henderson. Henderson against Indianapolis, yeah. I mean, that could be all right. But I think that the Colts are a lot more stout against the run than they are the pass. I think we saw that last week against Seattle. Carson had an okay-ish week, but whatever. I think that the Colts defense. The Colts defense is better against the run than the pass. Let's see. Give me a second here. Sorry about that. Anyway, what was it? Oh yeah. So you got Monty going up against Cincinnati. I really think that I know Montgomery's great. I think Montgomery's going to be great all season. I've been talking about that. He's at this point, because I thought he was going to have a down matchup last week. No, he still put it together. And this week he's got even better matchup against the Bengals. Yeah, I mean he against the Rams he put up. Hold on, I got it here. I want to be accurate about this. I know a lot of things, but I don't have all the numbers memorized. Yeah, 18.8 fantasy points. I like it. And this week I think he's going to do even better. So anyway, what was I seeing here? Yeah, I love it. Montgomery for sure. Anyway, sorry about that. Computer's being weird. Thank you so much, Matt. Yeah, 420. Oh yeah, let's take another hit for you. This one's for you, Matt. Matt. And I got a new Patreon as well. This one's for both of you, Mary, Matt. Here you go. In the description below, you'll see a Patreon link. Go there, check it out. $5 a month. You get one-on-one info. For some of you have been getting a little bit of a free first week just to show you what it's about. I'll give you a little bit of advice, answer some questions. But if you want that to continue, it's just $5 a month. No big deal. I got to make a living. Anyway, let's move on here. So I'm going to move on to my deep dives and sleepers for the week. Take a drink here. Here's to all of you that are watching. Good luck this week. So here we go. At running back, I like Peyton Barber. I think that I think that he's going to be the guy, not Drake. And Pittsburgh, yeah, they can be had on they can take over or they can stop the run. They did last Singletary and Brady. No. Dude, Peyton Barber is a lot better than people give him credit for. He just hasn't been in a system. He hasn't been on a team yet that he's been able to do anything with. They weren't, getting ready for him. I think he could have a little bit of a surprising week. I think in deeper leagues, 12 to 16 or more, I think that's a good. If you're hurting on running back, you might pick up Peyton Barber. Here's the thing. Let's talk a little bit about Rojo. All right. I think that Ronald Jones last week, that was fucking miserable, right? Again, Bruce Arians doesn't give a shit about your fantasy team. He's all about schemes and fucking with the other team, okay? And, he gets the job done. You can't really fucking blame him for that, right? So he's not a good fantasy coach, good NFL coach, at least right now with this team. But how could you not be with that team? Jesus Christ. Defense and offense, that team is fucking stacked. Anyway, I like Fournette a lot. See, that's the thing is I actually do like Fournette, but I think that they're going to go with Rojo this week, and here's why. I think the Bucs are going to be up on the Falcons real quick. The Falcons defense fucking sucks cat shit through a straw, okay? They're fucking terrible. I hate the Falcons defense. I don't like the Falcons offensive scheme. I like their players. I don't like the scheme. I don't like the coaching. Dude, the Falcons need a whole revamping of their coaching, their fucking front office, everything. They just need to figure some shit out because they have some good players and they need to get a defense going. But anyway, enough on that. I feel like, I feel like they're going to be up. The Bucs are going to be up, and then like out of nowhere, okay, we're just going to run Rojo's ass off the second half of the game, and you'll put up like 2 touchdowns or something. And everybody sat him and was like, "Well, fuck, he's sitting there getting 23 fantasy points on my goddamn bench, right?" I could see it happening. So he's a sleeper for me this week for that reason. Brady's at home. He's against a divisional opponent. Dude, with 10 days rest, he's going to be on fucking fire in the first half. And then by the second half, dude, they're done. Let Rojo do it. It's going to be garbage time Rojo. I'm calling it right now, garbage time Rojo. I know. All week I've been saying, don't start Rojo. I'm worried about him. But then I was thinking about him, like, you know what? Garbage time Rojo. I know. People are leaving. I had like 5 people here, like 2 people left. Like, fuck you. Fuck you, fantasy tyrant. Garbage time Rojo. Kiss my ass. Just watch and wait. Come back. All right? I'll show. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Garbage time Rojo. I'm saying it right now. If I'm wrong, I'll fucking talk about it later. But no, I'm just seeing it for some reason. Anyway, wide receivers. I like MVS. I like the Packers this week. Everyone's worried about Aaron Rodgers. Oh, he's old. No. That's just the facial hair. Makes him look old. The fucking look that he had after the game was like, oh, he looked like a fucking like a drug addict that's like just been hauled into rehab, dude, that was fucking scary. Scary. And if I were the Lions defense, I'd be fucking scared this week. And if I were an opponent that was playing against someone who had Aaron Rodgers, I'd be scared too. I think Rodgers is going to go off in the comforts of Lambeau Field, all right? And he's going to spread it around. It ain't just going to be Devontae Adams getting all this stuff. I think Aaron Jones is going to get a lot of touches and things. But Aaron Rodgers isn't just going to like roll over. They could be up like 3 touchdowns, and he's still going to be throwing touchdowns, all right? So I think that he has a chip on his shoulder this week. I think he's going to tear the fucking Lions defense apart. Ryan, you look like CM Punk. No shit, right? He totally did. He totally looked like CM Punk. Like if CM Punk wasn't a straight edge and he was like, strung out or something. But dude, is that fucking look, man? That was scary. Yeah. Anyway, I'd be afraid of Aaron Rodgers and the Packers this week. He's going to spread it around. I think the number 2 guy is Marquez Valdez-Scantling. He's probably on your waivers. Pick him up if you need a start there at wide receiver. If you're on a deep league, if you need desperation play. Dude could probably do about, 5 catches, 72 yards, and a touchdown. All right. I also like Van Jefferson. We were talking about him last year. I think that this year is the year. I thought last year was too early to talk about him. I think this year he's gonna be doing it. Remember how we had that 3-headed thing going on? It was the 3 Ramigos. We had Cooper Kupp, and then Cooks was there, of course, with Woods. All right, remember that? We're gonna coming back to that, I think, here pretty soon. I like Van Jefferson this week. I think that let's move on to quarterback. Kirk Cousins. Everyone's giving me shit all fucking offseason because I was talking about Kirk Cousins being a top 10 quarterback. People are like, no way, he's not going to be top. Why are you stupid? No, dude, he was last week. I think he's going to continue. I think he's going to have a good week this week. So, desperate at QB, there you go, Kirk Cousins. I think that, the Arizona has a depleted secondary. Now that the Vikings had their main man, Patrick Peterson, now it's the Vikings' main man. So I think Kirk Cousins going to have a good game. That's another thing too. They're going to need fantasy points. They're going to need points, which will result in fantasy points. Kyler Murray and the fucking Cards, dude. That offense is clicking. And they're going to be clicking against the Vikings. Even with Patrick Peterson there, it doesn't matter. They're going to be putting up points. And Kirk Cousins is going to be needing to put up points with Jeffy. I love Jeffy this week. I love Thielen. Someone was asking me if they should start Jefferson. It's like, fucking hell yeah, start Jefferson. Start Thielen too. All right? Kirk Cousins could be a top 10 quarterback again this week. And then I want each and every one of you who are calling me out and saying I was full of shit, I want you to come to me and apologize. You owe me an apology for that shit. If I have to apologize for if Rojo doesn't have a garbage time game, and I will, then you got to apologize to me for all the shit you gave me about Cousins. And Cooks, by the way. And Cooks. I told you guys. I know my shit. All right. Let's move on to... another quarterback I like is Mac Jones. All right, Mac Jones against the Jets, divisional game. He's, he looked all right last week. I think he's going to step it up a little bit this week. Could be a sleeper. That's all I'm saying. Even if you're in a 2-quarterback league, definitely deep league, and I don't know. I honestly, quarterback is always so deep. That's why you have to wait on it. But in 2-quarterback league, definitely. Good DFS play as well. I don't know what the fuck that was. I'm going to check updates here real quick. Just in case some shit came in. Let's see. Pittman's healthy. Mooney's going to be healthy this week. Mooney's in, so don't worry about him. Honestly, there's not a lot of crazy shit going on. Both Cole and Crowder are going to be in. So here's the thing about those who, with Corey Davis. I think he's going to be fine. Stephen Gilmore is out, obviously, until week 7. I heard something about him coming back for some reason. I don't know. It was weird. But that's turned out to be bullshit. So anyway, no, he's definitely out till week 7 on the pup list. I thought he was on anyway, never mind. Doesn't matter. Point is, he's actually was teaching, JC Johnson or Jackson or something like that. JC Jackson, I think. His kind of his protege there, and he's been in his ear about Corey Davis. Now, Corey Davis could still have a good week with Crowder and Cole coming back. I don't know about that. But anyway, let's move on to tight ends here. I like Cole Kmet. A lot of analysts are down on him this week, but I think he's showing that he's going to be a consistent, 9 to 12 point guy, which is serviceable in 12-team leagues and more. So I definitely think Cole Kmet Excuse me. I definitely think Cole Kmet's a good play this week. And I really like Schultz, Dalton Schultz. In fact, I picked him up in one of in like a 16-team league because I'm like really because like I picked up Irv Smith. It's a dynasty league, right? And I got Irv Smith in the draft, and I'm shitting you not. 20 minutes later, we're still drafting, and I get a fucking alert saying that Irv Smith is out with injury. He's like injured, could be like half the season, and then I find out it's the whole season, and like fuck, right? I already fucking drafted him. It was like an auction draft and shit. It's like fuck. So now I'm like desperate at tight end, and I'm starting, and my team, I'm starting Dalton Schultz this week. I just feel like that there's gonna be a lot of points scored in that game. I think that I think he's been good so far this season. I think that the Chargers are weak at that position. They don't have a lot of quick. They've got a lot of great, power in that front seven, but they don't have a lot of really fast linebackers to go after the tight end. So I really like Dalton Schultz this week. People are all about Blake Jarwin, and I'm like, no, dude, it's Dalton Schultz. He's healthy. If it's he's healthy, he's good. It's Dalton Schultz. Everyone's like, oh no. See, Blake Jarwin's healthy now. It's him. No, it's Dalton fucking Schultz. I told you all, and they're both gonna get a little bit, but Dalton's the guy. So there you go. I really like him. Another guy that I like, David Njoku. Dude, that's a deep sleeper right there. Because he was like asked, like, do you even want to be on the team? It's like, yeah, I want to be on this team. And now we know why. Because they're still going to utilize him. So I don't know. Hooper ain't doing shit. Njoku, he got the same amount of snaps, same number of snaps as Hooper. So they've got like a two-headed monster there at tight end. But I think for some reason in the end zone, they like Njoku a little bit more. So I like Njoku this week in a game where they're going to be able to score a lot. The Texans defense sucks. So there you go. There's your tight ends. Now, you want another tight end? I'm going to give you one more fucking tight end. All right? Because my double deep danger dive of the week this week, Pharaoh Brown. Who? Yeah. The actual starting tight end for the Texans. Akins, you're done. It's all about Pharaoh Brown. This guy was getting all the targets last week. Let me pull him up real quick. But dude, he's athletic. He's he's got great hands. And let me look up here. So this week. Last week, he went for 4 receptions for 67 yards. That's pretty good for a tight end. There you go, 10 points, 10.7 points. Boom. And PPR, there you go, double digit. This week, he's got a much better matchup against the Cleveland Browns. All right? So to give you an idea of what I'm talking about, let's pull this up real quick. So last week, of course, it was the Browns in Kansas City. Obviously, Kelsey's the man. But still, though, I mean, fucking Kelsey schlepped the fuck out of him. I just think that they're weak at that position. I think Kelsey's going to have great weeks like that again, but I think it's going to be against weaker or defenses that are weaker at his position. So I like Pharaoh Brown again this week. Love him. All right. So there you go. That's all of that. Oh, yeah. No, I also like Dawson Knox. Dawson Knox is another guy. And I'm going to give you one more deep dive, too. Real quick on Dawson Knox. For some reason, there's this thing I was reading where Josh Allen was saying that like he had this dream, and this dream he was throwing to Dawson Knox a bunch. What a weird dream. What a weird thing to say. I could look for it somewhere. But he was saying that like he's been thinking he's had Dawson Knox on his mind. Weird, but I think it's going to be a thing. Just wait. I'm going to give you one more deep dive. All right? A wide receiver. I like Cedric Wilson. With Gallup out, all right, like I said, there's going to be a barn burner between the Chargers and the Dallas Cowboys. I like everybody in that game. Give me as much of both sides as you can give me. All right. I like Cedric Wilson this week. Good DFS play, good deep dive if you need it. All right. Let's go over here to some questions. Antonio Brown, Chris Godwin, Dante Johnson. All right. Let me go this. I'm going to go Chris Godwin, Antonio Brown, Deontay Johnson. Now, as far as the full season goes, I like Deontay Johnson over Antonio Brown, and probably on the same level with Godwin. But in this game, I don't know. I don't like that matchup against the Raiders. I think Max Crosby is going to lead that pass rush. That's going to be putting Roethlisberger down all game. Pardon me. Sorry. The beer's kicking up some shit. I'll think I'll have some more. Anyway, excuse me on that. So, yeah, no, I think that I think the Raiders are going to be up in Roethlisberger's grill all day. And I think that's going to be – I think Deontay Johnson will still get a little bit, 10 to 12 points thereabouts. But I think that Antonio Brown and Chris Godwin will both get more. Let's see what we got here. T. Higgins or Devontae Smith. Thanks for hopping on, David. T. Higgins or Devontae Smith. I've been back and forth on this. This is a weird question that's come up a lot. And I keep going back and forth in my head. And I'm thinking it's so close. It's so close for me. I think they're both solid wide receiver twos. If I'm going to give a little bit of edge, I think I'm going to go with Devontae Smith. Only because as much as I think Higgins is still going to be a thing, I think that Cincinnati, Burrow is going to be throwing a lot more to Jamar Chase. And I think he's going to let Boyd in a little more this week too. So I think Higgins is going to be the one losing out on that. Anyway, I love them both, but I got to pick Devontae Smith if I'm going to go with one of them. So anyway, if you, like I said earlier about someone else, I can't remember, if you go with them because it's that close. But I'm telling you, if it was me, I'd go Devontae Smith. Anyway, thanks for the question. If any of you have any more questions, it doesn't even have to be fantasy related. I don't give a shit. I'll fucking, answer like what you want to have for dinner or breakfast. I don't give a fuck. What kind of beer you want to drink today? Don't pick PBR if you can afford better, right? Right. So anyway, so it's good though. I guess it really is the best cheap beer, I think. But anyway, maybe it's like a Pacific Northwest thing, but we love it over here. All right. So while you guys are loading up questions, I'm gonna take a quick hit. This one, like I said, I did a tribute to Norm Macdonald earlier. And the guy, it's like losing my favorite uncle, I didn't know him personally, but dude, I've been a huge comedy fan, since I was a kid, in middle school and shit, during summer break. So all right, I'm going to tell you guys a story. Give me a second. It's story time with the fantasy TyRant. Do. Anyway, okay, so when I was in middle school, when I was going into middle school, this fucking asshole spit in my eye the last day of 5th grade. All right. And so he had mono and he was trying to give it to me because he was a dick. He knew he had mono. So he purposely spit in my fucking eye. Right. What the fuck? Who does that shit? This guy was you ever hear about the redheaded stepchild? This guy had red hair. He smelled like shit. Seriously, or actually shit. He smelled like shit all the fucking time. He was known for smelling like shit. He was a redheaded guy. The guy is a fucking dirty fucker. All right. Spits in my eye. I get mono. Everyone makes fun. Oh, who you're making out with and shit. I'm nah, this fucking kid spit in my eye. Anyway, so I had to be at home all fucking summer. Couldn't do shit. What a horrible way to spend summer break, right? I'm inside sick pretty much the whole summer. And like, so I'm sitting there, didn't have anything else to do. We got the cable TV going, which was a big thing for me because we didn't have cable. We weren't like, we didn't have a lot of money growing up. So like, cable TV, finally we got, oh my God, it's a big, big deal. So I watched a lot of music videos, a lot of MTV, things like that. But one of the things that I really liked was Comedy Central. I fucking watched Comedy Central so much. And so I saw a lot of Saturday Night Live and a lot of stand-up. And when I was like that young, I already got what Norm Macdonald was doing. I got it. I thought it was fucking great. He morphed his comedy as time went on, but he was just fucking with shit. He was just trying to fuck. It's so good. It's one of those things like he is a comedian's comedian. And I'm not a stand-up guy myself. I actually have like some stand-up stuff. I've done a little bit of like open mic shit here and there. But anyway, as you know, of course, I have humor in my show. But Norm Macdonald, man, that guy, no matter how I'm feeling, no matter where I'm at, ever since I was that age, I just listened to Norm. It fucking gave me a better. Else could make me laugh like Norm. Like there's some great comedians. I love Bill Hicks. Bill Hicks is more about the information, the message that he had. Love the guy. Love listening to him. When I'm like down, sad, and depressed, it was always Norm Macdonald that would help me. It was like that and like music that I love. Like I listen to music, I listen to Norm, I have a better day. Smoke a little weed, of course, that always helps too. All right. So I know that like this is a fantasy football show, but dude, it's been hard. Like I said, it's like losing my favorite uncle. So another drink to Norm. And another hit for Norm Macdonald, all right? Rest in peace, Norm. Fucking A, man. You didn't tell anyone you had cancer, dude. I respect that. You wanted to go out, and I'll tell you. What I heard was that he just wanted to make sure everybody had a genuine reaction to him. He was still doing comedy. He knew for like 10 years he had cancer. So he was just doing comedy, didn't tell anyone, wanted everyone to have a natural reaction to what he was doing. Dude is a fucking legend. Dude is going to go down like Andy Kaufman, just one of those guys that if you got him, you fucking loved him. If you didn't get him, you hated him. And as far as I'm concerned, that's a litmus test for me as far as like if I feel like you can hang, all right? So anyway, thank you, Matt. Thank you, David. Cheers. 420, there you go. So looking at the time here, 9:24. Any more questions, anyone? Otherwise, we're going to head out. I got some lineups of my own to set up. I've got some DFS I'm looking into. If you have any like suggestions for ideas for shows and things that you want to see, let me know. Hit me up here. Hit me up on comments on my videos. Hit me up on Facebook. Let me know what you think. I did a show recently called Freak Out or Chill Out. If you haven't seen it, go look at it. It's pretty good. I like it. A lot of people are telling me like, dude, that's a good one. And I'm going to be doing that Wild Card Wednesday. So let's real quick. Oh, I got a question here. David Hobson, Jonnu versus Juwan. I'm going to go Jonnu Smith this week. I think he's the tight end one for the Pats. I think I think Troutman got more targets than Johnson last week. Johnson just got lucky. 2 out of his 3 catches were touchdowns. That happens with tight ends. It's weird. I think that was kind of fluky, even though I did call it because he was my double deep danger dive last week. That's what I'm saying. Farrell Brown. All right. I'm helping you with tight ends. I don't know. Might become the tight end guy. Whatever. Doesn't matter. Point is, I like Jonnu Smith this week. All right. Good question there. So, anyway, yeah. I'm going to be heading out here in just a sec. But let me tell you guys real quick. So here's the new schedule. All right. Mondays, early on, as early as I can, it's going to be the waiver wire. All right, my top 10 waiver wire along with the tirade, which is basically just like what I do is I sit here with my like notepad, right, and I'm watching the games and I'm writing and taking notes. And then, like, sometimes it's, like, important notes. And sometimes it's, like, fuck this guy. What the fuck's wrong with this? Blah, 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 blah. Anyway, so my tirade is more of the, like, kind of like, whoa, what's going on? And then on Tuesdays is my new live show. And like I said, I'm going to be getting on to a, like, streaming service where it's going to be cool. I'm going to have, like, a cool border. I'll have, like green screen shit going on. I can have other people come in. I can highlight your messages. It's going to be fucking tight, dude. I'm working on stuff. I'm a one-man show working out of like an apartment, right? That's the other thing too. The whole construction for my set, it's just because like I'm trying to buy a house. It's fucking hard. The housing market's crazy right now. So once I get a house going, I'm going to get a cool, much better set going. All right. It's going to be good. We're going to still have the fantasy armchair. This is a great goddamn chair, guys. Anyway, so we're keeping that, obviously. But we'll have a better set, better play. Okay. So I'm doing a show called Mixed Notes. All right. It's just going to be mixed notes about things that are going on and my take on them. It'll be fun, It's just like my usual kind of banter, but in a live setting. So thank you so much, Matt. Thank you for the love. Love you too, my bro. All right. So anyway, so then Wednesday, it's Wild Card Wednesday. Means I'll have a show that'll be like different. I'll like it could be buy and sell. It could be F, Marry, Kill. It could be freak out or chill out. Hey, I don't know, whatever. I'll come up with other things. Like I said, give me some ideas. Let me know what you want to see. Do you want a DFS show? I can do a DFS show once, see what we like. If you like that kind of shit, if you have some ideas, let me know. All right. So, I got a quote from Norm Macdonald here from David. Thanks, David. I don't care for sex. I find it an embarrassing, dull exercise. I prefer sports where you can win. I fucking loved it. Dude, he's so funny, man. God, I love Norm Macdonald. It hurts. It hurts. Dude, I was listening to Bob Saget talk about him. They were good friends, dude. It was fucking sad. I listened to him talk about him for a half hour, man. It fucking pulled at the heartstrings, but like it makes you laugh at the same time, of course. Love that guy. Lots of love for Norm, for sure. Anyway, so that Wednesday's Wild Card Wednesdays. Thursdays, I'm doing my ranking show. All right, so, it'll go through all the rankings for each position. And then Fridays is the big one, of course, benches and bumps. All right. And then Saturdays, I'm just kind of answering questions for people, getting prepared for this show every Sunday morning, 8:30 a.m. Pacific, 11:30 a.m. Eastern for about an hour or so. It's the Tinker Stinker Power Hour. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for giving your love to Norm Macdonald. Thank you so much for your questions, comments, and everything. All right, like I said, if you have anything else that you want to say to me, hit me up on Facebook. Hit me up on Twitter. I have like a Twitter account too. I'm trying to use it more, that kind of thing. I'm trying to get more of a presence here on the social media. So here's to you all. Good luck. All right. Crush your league this week. We're going to fucking do it all together. We're all getting wins. W's all around, folks. Here we go. Thank you so much. Like, share, subscribe. We get 300 subscribers before the end of the month. I got something good for you in October, and I ain't bullshitting, all right? I wasn't before. I'm not doing it now. Ain't going to bullshit you like some other people do, all right? Have a good week, guys. Set those lineups. Take your dumps. Do what you need to do. Take your Stinker Power Hour. We'll see you next week. And next time I'll see you, it's going to be Monday, maybe morning, maybe afternoon but definitely before the Monday night game. It's going to be my top 10 waiver wires and the tirade. All right, we'll see you then. Until then, I'm out. Peace.